Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with more Office Lovers with Mr. Saijo. So let's find out what happens in Chapter 8. Before we begin, if you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave comments below on what you guys think of this chapter. So let's get started. Chapter 8, A Kiss from Me to You. We still had a lot of work to do, even though the product had arrived. As a team, we gave more improvised marketing speeches from time to time as well. There was only a little bit left to do until the holiday sales began. When I finally got a good stopping point, I found myself looking at a calendar. The day that kicked off sales was rapidly approaching. The closer it got, the more excited and nervous I became. Just then, I felt someone tap my shoulder. Good work. Taking a break? Yeah, I just finished something up. Great. How about we get lunch then? It had been a while since going to lunch with him. Lately, I had been so busy. Which reminded me there was still some more work I need to get done. I wonder what I should do. Well, it's been a while. He is my boss. And my partner, so let's go. Let's go with him. Yeah, I'll come. Don't have any other work to finish? He looks at a pile of papers on my desk and asks worriedly. I'll just get it done by today. It had been so long that it felt wrong not to go with him. He smiled and went to take my hand, but hesitated, seemingly thinking better than to. I almost forgot. I need to be careful when I'm around you at work. His hand returned to his side. Now it was me who wanted to hold his hand. I pushed the urge aside and smiled back at him. Me too. I know. Even though we were a couple now, we still had to keep our distance at work. If you need any help with work, tell me. All right, well, let's go. Ever since we made it official, he had been much more better at behaving at work. Thanks to that, there were no longer any rumors spreading around about us. I was thinking about going someplace different today. There's a place that just opened. It sounds good. I started following him to leave when I heard an announcement over the intercom. Both our names were mentioned. The CEO was calling us. Well, that doesn't sound good. He looked troubled, and we were probably thinking the same thing, but someone found out about our relationship. I can't believe it. It's too early to know for sure. First, let's go see what he wants. I know, but my legs wouldn't move. It could have been about work. Maybe Mr. Saijo was right. I was way ahead of myself. But I couldn't shake off the bad feeling I had. It was Mr. Otori who had forbidden relationships. Now he was calling us. It had to be. Hey, snap out of it. He grabbed both my shoulders and stared into my eyes. We don't know what it's about yet. We have to go see. After that, you can worry about it. Chill out, I won't let you leave my side. No matter what he tells me, that's a promise to you. Okay. There's something special about his words that helped me relax. He was right. I wasn't going to let Mr. Saijo go, no matter what the CEO told me. I was acting all afraid of nothing. I stood up tall, confident, and headed out of the office. No matter how often I come here, I'm still always nervous. I'm usually the same, but not today. Why? Because we haven't done anything wrong. I'm being honest with my feelings. Mr. Saijo. He looked at me with his calm and confident eyes, and staring into them, I couldn't help but adore him. I felt so glad that I ended up with this man. Me too. I haven't done anything to get angry at either. We'll be fine. That's right. There's your usual spunk now. Let's go kick his door in. What? No! I was only joking, though. I like it when you're so feisty. Let's go. He wasn't making any sense to me, so I ignored it and opened up the door to Mr. Otori's office. Excuse me. You called us Mr. Otori? On the other side of the room, Mr. Otori and Mr. Hyoga stared at us. I felt my stomach ache. Sorry for calling you at lunch. It's just there's something I need to ask the two of you. He was smiling at us, but for some reason it felt much scarier. Okay. And Mr. Hyoga, well, he was always scary. True that. Stay strong, and hers, no. He told me to stay strong, and I will. I had to stay strong. I couldn't let myself collapse into despair so easily. We had kept our relationship secret. There was nothing to worry about. Besides, it was pointless to worry when we didn't know what he called us in for yet. Mr. Saijo didn't seem to be very concerned about being called in here anyway. It's been taking away from your lunch, so I'll make it quick. Okay? Yeah. In my heart, I prayed that he wouldn't try to break us apart. Even though we knew we broke the rules, I would suffer anything but that. We've decided how to deal with Meraki. My eyes snapped open. Huh? He would go back to the Osaka branch and trade from the beginning all over again. Is that all? Yes, Mr. Saijo, that will be his punishment. Mr. Otori decided himself. Mr. Saijo looked shocked. For good reason, though. Meraki had hacked and caused the company damage. To get away with his crimes with just that level of punishment was something else. Actually, Meraki came to me, apologized, and was set on resigning from the company. He's a good worker. He's reflected on his behavior and should cause no more trouble. He has talent, but I didn't want to just give away to another company. Plus, I thought you two would be pleased with my decision. If he behaves like he has recently, I don't think he'll be a problem for us. Rather, I think he'll rise up and create a name for himself, even heard around these parts. The room fell into silence, but Mr. Saijo and I were too stunned to say anything. We're all dead sudden, like, oh, he knows about us. We're so screwed. I was like, oh, this is easy. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We slowly turned our heads toward one another. This is wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Otori. Mr. Hyoga. Mr. Otori smiled and watched us to celebrate the good-near-hate news. It turned out that Mr. Otori wanted to talk to us about Meraki's punishment. There was no mention about a relationship or anything of that matter. I closed the door to his office and let out a sigh of relief. Oh, thank goodness. I'm surprised his punishment was so forgiving. I know. I'm sure it would be just as they said. He'll rise to the top in no time for sure. He's very clever, but his downfall is his tendency to use sneaky tactics. If he gives that up, he'll be able to return back here in no time. When he does, I'll be here to welcome him. But what? Since he met you, I can't but wonder if he's taken a liking to you or not. I'll have to teach him to keep away from you. I don't think you have to worry about that. You have no idea how men think. Stop it. I can't believe all the trouble I made you go through because of my stupid mistake. To be honest, I never wanted to do that little act that Mr. Kaido thought up. He clenched both his fists in anger. Mr. Saijo, wait, this is... When I was mean to you, I thought you'd break up with me. I'd be crying right now. Just thinking about it makes me feel sick to my stomach. His face slowly neared mine. I didn't mind it, but any closer and there'd be trouble. Someone might see us. I understand your feelings very well, but can we talk about this later? How about right now? Huh? This was bad. Someone might come along at any moment, but his face looked so genuine. Was it that important to him? Just for 5 seconds. When he heard me give in, his face transformed into one of delight. Thanks. I love when you are like this. He had tricked me right before I realized that he placed a kiss right onto my cheek. Mr. Saijo! Sorry, I couldn't hold it in. Let's go. We'll miss lunch. Practically prancing away down the office, he didn't look sorry one bit. I scratched the now warm cheek he kissed while I followed behind him. It's like, sneaky. It feels like it had been so long since we last had lunch together. I know, work has just been so busy. We haven't had the chance. No, that's not it. I mean... The server brought our food to the table, bringing our conversation to a halt. Wow, this looks so good. You're gonna find nice places to eat. You think so? I took a big bite of food before I noticed Mr. Saijo acting a little strange. Sorry, you're saying something about eating lunch together? Yeah, what I really wanted to say is, you seem to be having trouble figuring out how to say it. Don't worry about it. Ask about it. Ask it. It'd be like, you're worrying, but I'm just going to... Just ask. Yeah, what is it? Sorry, it's hard for me to say. Oh, but I'll just still blush your face? Okay. You see, ever since we started dating, we haven't been together that much. I see. And when I'm with you, I feel like I'm so much in love. It's driving me crazy. What do you mean? I mean, I was like that before, but now it's even worse. It's like amplified, and I don't want to go back to how it used to be. I don't know, it's hard to explain. His ears looked a little flushed, and even he was embarrassed to talk about certain things. It was so adorable to see him like that. He was trying so hard to explain his own feelings that I should respond properly. Ever since I met you, I found a new side of me I didn't know existed. I didn't think I'd ever fall in love with someone so much like this before. It's like I never knew how wonderful it could be to love someone. Sorry, I can't explain either. No, that makes me happy. He reached over and squeezed my hand. Hearing those words from you is enough for me. I'll save the next words for later, when everything is said and done. For now, we'll just have to do our best. I'm doing my best for you. It wasn't long now until Christmas sales were to begin. Right now was the most important thing for us to concentrate on, so I nodded to him in agreement. The days leading up to when the holiday sales began were rough. I could never get to sleep. I thought about it all day, which made it hard to concentrate on work. And then, the day finally came. Mr. Saijo and I were supposed to head to the stores to see how things were going. But he was late, so I paced to and fro in the lobby, impatiently waiting for him. Good morning. Sorry, I'm late. Somehow I'm always late whenever I meet with you. No, I just came a little early. Don't worry about it. You look tired. Did you get any sleep? He brought his fingers close to touch the circles under my eyes, but I flinched. You look terrible. Don't look so sad. It's not your fault. His troubled eyes studied my face closely. Of course it's not, but whenever I see you like that, it reminds me that not even I can solve all your problems. Oh well, let's hurry up. I want to get there before the stores open. He reached his hand out but stopped short. I wanted to feel the warmth of his hand, but that was something I would have to live without. Until we found out if the sales were any good, I couldn't let my guard down. This was no time to get our private life involved in things. I cast aside all the things I wanted to tell him and hurried to catch up with him. The city was bustling with people as expected around Christmas. We arrived at the stores most likely to do the best sales. It was just opening up. Mitigating with the customers, we entered the store and started our observations. Wow, it got put right at the front. Hey, watch your voice. Sorry. I covered my mouth and continued watching from the corner of the store. I knew I probably shouldn't be staring at it, but I couldn't help myself. You're staring too much. Stop it. Sorry. It was one thing to be nice and quiet, but there was no way I could stop looking. Mr. Saijo was smirking, but I knew I had to find some way to control myself. I tried my best not to look suspicious for the next few minutes until we went to the next store. There, the same scenes repeated itself until the next store and continued until the evening. Ooh, this is pretty. I don't think we've been here at night. Or wait, no, we have. Never mind. It still looks pretty, though. I have been watching people interact with our product tirelessly for the entire day. When Mr. Saijo put his hand on my head, I snapped out of my daze and turned to see him smiling. We should get going. Okay. Even if we want to stay, it's too late to get any more useful data. Yeah. Besides, we'll be late for the launch party. We shouldn't keep them waiting. Huh? What launch party? Didn't you hear? Hear about what? It was quite a while back. Maybe you don't remember. We were kind of busy back then, so you could have forgotten about it. I guess I did. He placed his hands on my shoulders. Keep watching stores. No, I'm gonna stay. Don't take me away. Go with you. I'm sorry. I guess it would be bad to keep everyone waiting. I really wanted to stay longer, though. And there's always tomorrow. I'll come with you. You're right. Thanks. Nicole just knows how dark it was. The whole day had gone by in a blur. We hurried back to the office. I have a pretty good feeling about it. I've gone to stores plenty of times in my life, but it's been a long time since I've seen such a positive feedback. I was thinking the same thing. It's not even the same league as past data. It was getting so much attention, I just can't see it fail no matter what. I could tell he was speaking the truth just by looking into his eyes. It felt like a dream was slowly turning into reality. Is it safe to say it's a success? He smiled at me, larger than ever before, and firmly nodded. It's a huge success. Yes. Without even caring about all the people around us, I jumped and threw my arms around him. He didn't say anything, but instead put his arms around me as well. I felt his hand reassuringly cradle me as I squealed with joy. It's sorry to keep you waiting. We're back. When we arrived back at the office, everyone in the team was waiting for us. A table, which normally was piled with papers, was now covered with pizza, beer, and snacks. Hey, everyone's in normal clothes. I hear it's doing amazing. Yes, there were so many customers that came to see it. Everyone here now? Good work, everyone. Mr. Otori began to speak and the chattering stopped. This sale, which our company's future depends on, I might add, came off to a great start. It's all thanks to the work of you all. As your CEO, you have my thanks. Mr. Otori, I'll save the boring stuff for tomorrow. Today, we celebrate. It may not be the best party ever, but enjoy what you can. Now, your glasses, please. Cheers. Cheers! The entire room was filled with a chorus of cheers. I hurried over to Mr. Saijo. Let's do a toast. Certainly. An enormous smile spread across his face. Just that was enough to fill me with joy. Cheers. Our glasses clinked together as we looked each other in the eyes. I'm going to say hi to everyone. Sakiko. Yes? Will you have time after this party? I think so. Great. I'd like to talk to you before you leave. I'll wait for you in the office. With that, he hurried off to Mr. Otori to exchange greetings. Okay, wonder what he's got going on. Oh, whoa, this is really dark. The office party ended several hours later, and I left for the office. Mr. Saijo wasn't there yet. I wonder what he wanted to see me for anyway. There was a lot I wanted to talk to him about, but none of it about work. Sorry, did you wait long? No, I just got here too. I got busy with some work before I knew it got late. I didn't see you near the end of the party. I didn't know you were working. You're so busy. You have it rough. You're so busy. Sorry, I was having fun while you were working. No, I just have more responsibilities as a manager. He plopped his hand onto my head and messed with my hair. So, what did you want to talk about? Actually, there are two things. His expression suddenly changed. It turned into a serious face, the one that used to make my heart skip a beat, when his usual gentle face transformed into one of courage. First topic, I bought you this. He pulled out a package and opened it. Just for me? It was a lipstick we worked on together. Yes, the product of all our hard work. He brought his fingers toward my lips. It brought us together. To me, it's more precious than gold. I wanted to see this color on you, to see you wear it. I went to speak, but he leaned towards me and placed his lips on mine. He kissed me passionately. I felt his warmth, his smell, and the fruity scent of the lipstick. Enough to make my body go out of control. My thighs started to tremble as I clung on to him tight. The second thing I wanted to say was that I want you. Now. I'm yours. His fiery eyes looked down at me and I nodded. We laid down together, wrapped up in each other's arms. Saijo scratched my breast through my clothes with his nail. I'm not going to stop until you faint today. It had been a while since I'd seen his face. He was smiling, but his eyes were not. I couldn't disobey when he made that face. Mr. Saijo. Your lipstick is fading. I'll put some on you later. He slowly strips off my clothes. Okay. But I'm okay. I like this picture too. I tried to hide my body, but he forced me to reveal myself. My body glowed over the dim light. Embarrassed, I tried to cover myself. The marks I left on you are almost gone. Here and here. No, if someone sees them. I did so they would see them, to keep those nasty people away from you. He took both my arms and pushed me against the desk. Covered in sweat and with his hot breath against me, I became dizzy. No, this is embarrassing. Is it? You're teasing me much more than usual. He squinted his eyes at me like he didn't care. Seeing that made my heart pound faster. It's fun to tease you. His fingers rubbed against my sensitive area, forcing a moan out of me. It's too much. I won't stop even if you ask. Not today. His movements were gentle but brisk. I was his. I was his to do whatever he wanted. Do you love me? He asked in a deep, raspy voice. I do. Say the whole thing. He quickened his fingers, making my entire body tremble. I love you. His lips closed mine in a passionate kiss, cutting me off. But I love you more. His voice was like a spell, capturing my heart and soul. I knew I was his. It was in this office, right here, I realized how lucky a woman I was. He had changed me so much, my life so much. Right here, in his arms, I finally realized it. And you cut us off on it again. Gosh darn you. I don't like you. But we got 100%, so we got the best ending. Yay! Alright. Let me know what you guys thought about the chapter in the comments below, and I'll see you guys at the endings, which I believe, yeah, I split them up at the end because they're so long. So, we'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye! Kaze out. Have a good one.